Hey, this is Tyler with T-Jack Survival, and this is something that's really unique and individual. We're going to review this little hatchet that was refurbished by Mike Sullivan, so stay tuned. So, a little backstory on this. If you go back to George Washington Sears or Nessamuk, if any of you know who he is, or if you don't, go Google him. Back in his day, they didn't really have a bushcraft axe. They had them in Sweden and stuff, but they didn't really have them in the U.S. So he had to go out of his road to get someone to custom make a double-bladed hatchet that was nice and short, and he had a dull side for scraping and a sharp side for cutting. And during that same time frame, a lot of people would take a roofer's axe, which is or a roofer's hatchet, basically like this, and they would remove the nail puller so that they could get up close and choke on it and turn it into a bushcraft axe. So Mike has basically taken this Stanley axe. I keep calling it an axe, but it's a hatchet. He's basically taken this Stanley hatchet and refurbished this. He gets what is essentially a pile of rust, adds a handle to it, refurbishes it, and cleans it right up. So Matt's been using this weekend, and we're going to get his opinion on it.
Yeah, just the idea of what Mike's doing is just fills me with joy. I've spent a lot of time at secondhand shops and old antique shops, and I see these poor old neglected abused axes.
They look like a ball of rust.
Yeah, they're
horrible.
I've seen the before of stuff like this, and it's not a pretty sight, especially if you like cutting tools and axes like we do. makes you cry a little bit. But I think this is such a cool idea. I mean, it's actually inspired me. I might try my hand at this as well. But yeah, I think this is a fantastic tool. I used it yesterday. I actually cut down actually one of our main, I think it was this actual log right here. That's a pretty stout piece of wood. It's aspen, but it's a big tree. I felled that with this, and it worked. I mean, it's certainly too light. This is getting to be on the big side for
not saying you should, but you can.
Right, exactly. You're not necessarily going to come out here and build a log cabin with this. So let's be clear. Like he said, it's a hatchet, not an axe. However, it's got a big cutting face. It's relatively heavy, and you got a lot of good control. This hammer pull actually gives you good weight, so you get a lot of inertia when you're chopping. So for your general, like our big fire here, this would be great for processing that size wood, like arm thick stuff, for winter fires to stay warm with, and splitting. And then again, just like Tyler mentioned, I love how this swings down in front. When I'm choked up like this, it just gives you this big, wide cutting face. Perfect for crafting. Perfect for carving.
Like hearth boards,
you name it. All the goodies. You could do everything with it. And again, the handy hammer pole for whatever you need to hammer or smash in the field. And the weight's good. The size is good for portability. And it's just, I mean, it's just awesome. It's an antique, essentially.
Yeah, you
said this is
way
from
older
the
than
60s
me.
or so?
I think it's from the 50s or the 60s.
50s or 60s. I mean, it's a well-made tool, and it's kind of cool to know that there's people out there keeping this stuff going, and keeping these out there, and so people like us can get out and play with them.
Yeah. So one thing that was really cool that he did, and you can't really see this, but you have to feel it. This axe handle has a different shape. It's something that they don't make anymore. And it's basically shaped kind of like an egg.
Yeah.
So it's wide in the back and then really thin in the front. And it's not something I've ever felt before. And then it has a nice swell at the bottom. Mm-hmm. And that gives it a good swing and lots of control. The reason why you want that egg shape is because the slight force that I put on my fingers gives me control on where I'm putting that blade when I'm crafting. So if I'm making some big planed board, I have a lot of control, and if I want to get up tight, again, I have a lot of control.
Yep.
That's because he added this hickory stick with an old school design, which was something to me, I feel like that would have been knowledge lost had he not done something like that.
Yeah. This is a unique handle shape. I've not it felt natural.
Yeah, it just feels right.
When and the thing is, even though it's a hatchet, I was able to get a good two-handed swing on it when I was cutting this big log yesterday, and it felt natural to me. I mean, it didn't feel uncomfortable or strange at all. That nice oval shape just fit the hand really well, and this swell is subtle, but it's just exactly what's needed. And actually, if you can see, it actually swings back, which I'm used to. Most of them, they generally swing forward, and you have the swell that hits kind of under your pinky, the bend of your pinky. But this is comfortable. I really like it. And yeah, it's a good one-handed chopper for small stuff. Just all around pretty nice. I also want to keep this one, but I don't think he'll let me.
He's gotten one axe out of me this week.
That's all I get.
So, if you're interested in Mike's stuff, I'm going to leave his Facebook link in the comments section. Go contact him. It's a lot of very unique, individual, handcrafted stuff at much less of a price than you would pay if you ever bought this stuff new. So you're getting really high quality bushcraft tools for way cheaper. You're also getting stuff that just doesn't exist anymore. I got a really nice double bladed axe, a really nice felling axe, some stuff that I'll show in future videos. But overall, Mike's craftsmanship and refurbishedness, ability to refurbish, I just made up a word. My name's Bush. So his ability to refurbish his refurbishedness, it's impressive. I was really, really shocked when I saw the pictures of what he was going to send me. I thought this is going to be ugly. And then I got it in hand and I was like, wow, this looks brand new.
It's got a nice aesthetic to it.
Yep.
Nesmuck would be proud.
Yeah, he would be. All right, so I'll leave his link in the comments section. If this has been valuable to you, please hit the subscribe button. You got any questions, stick them down there. And thank you for watching T-Jack Survival. I almost said thanks for asking T-Jack Survival, but thanks for watching. All right.